Good Wednesday afternoon. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights Consulting, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster. Looking at the big picture right now, first of all, in the northeast United States, we can see that the airflow in our lane is coming in from Canada. It's been introducing us to gradual warming and a little bit of a creep in dew point temperatures, but for the most part, we're looking at some pretty fine weather here in our neck of the woods in the northeast U.S. The heat and humidity, though, ridges northward. It had been up in Minnesota. We have this upper level system, fairly vigorous for this time of year, even producing strong winds in places like back over toward Montana, the interior sections. And it's been producing some mountain snows in the northern part of the Rockies. This weather pattern is definitely a little bit more of a throwback into May and maybe even to late April in some of these locations off to the west of us. Needless to say, trough of lower pressure has pumped up a large ridge of higher pressure, and this is where the heat indices are just about out of control. So the heat index temperatures you can see here, and what we'll do is we'll shut this down, and you can see just how warm these temperatures are, basically heat indices in the hundreds extending into the Ohio River Valley. Not for us, though. We have a different scenario going on. On the right-hand side, you have the GFS ensemble. It's about a half a degree resolution. On the left-hand side, much better resolution with the European model. And so running the deterministic model, the ensemble GFS model on the right, you can see that we're looking at generally dry weather, except as we get into this basically late overnight, just a little bit of a creep up and some shower activity could make it into the northern and western corner of the state. Doesn't look like it's going to last very long. It kind of dissipates out. And then we're watching this next band that's going to work on in. This is valid about 5 o'clock during the afternoon on Thursday. And this is when I think our most potential weather risk will take place. It does look like we could see some thunderstorms in a weakening state coming in out of New York. Some of these could be strong to locally severe, and these will be weakening as they push in, and with the loss of daytime heating, this is valid at about 8 o'clock in the evening during the evening tomorrow. This is about 11 o'clock in the evening and still fairly active. So these would be a weakening band of showers and thunderstorms, and it looks like they'll last into beyond dark and weaken out a little bit. Now, during the overnight period, Thursday night into Friday morning, we could see another round start to work into the region. You can see a little bit of that there. And this is valid about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, a third round of showers and potentially some thunderstorm activity, although the thunderstorm activity would appear to be relatively weak and more just showers. Now, what will also occur on Friday is a little bit of a gradient wind situation here as we have this frontal boundary to work on through. It's going to bring us kind of westerly to northwesterly winds and also a shot of chillier air. So much so, you can see that it's actually snowing up here in northern Quebec. This is a fairly vigorous upper level system, and so a lot of cold air associated with that. You can see that on the GFS ensemble as well. The models are in pretty good agreement here, but this is going to continue to blow in with a northwesterly wind on Saturday, some rather chilly temperatures, and dare I say it'll feel a little bit on the raw side. Again, a throwback to late April or early May kind of conditions. Now, eventually, those temperatures will warm up. The good news is that we do have some very nice dry conditions, but cool conditions on Sunday, Father's Day. This is valid here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see, again, just how cold it is up to the north and east of Quebec City. Eventually, that's going to work its way out of the region. We still have this very strong ridge of higher pressure that's going to be building right back. And again, the flow is going to be out of the north and west. So Monday looks like a dry day. So the two best days coming, Sunday and Monday, beyond what we're seeing today, this Wednesday. Now, beyond the period, we're looking at this kind of an Alberta Clipper system with it looks like a quasi-stationary frontal boundary, hot and a little bit stormy across this particular area, and so some more showers. However, we stay cool enough. I'm anticipating that this will not be a big deal in terms of thunderstorms, but we'll have to wait and see. Looking at the GFS ensemble, what you can see here is dry weather up until tomorrow. We see a little bit of round of showers and then basically some shower and thunderstorm activity. Most of this is going to occur fairly late and into the evening hours on Thursday evening, and then last into the night, and then we'll see a couple different rounds work on through during the day on Friday. Looks like we start to see the GFS ensemble signal start to show a little bit of a drying trend there after this weekend, and basically for Sunday and into Monday, and then more kind of just noise in the system beyond that period there. A little harder to decipher here. This is the Weather Prediction Center's 7-day total QPF, or the total amount of accumulated precipitation. Now we're looking at about 2,500 or less in this circle here. We got about a half-inch mark here, and about 1-inch mark up in the northern tier regions up near the Canadian border. That's where we're going to see the most rainfall. Otherwise, we're looking at normal to below normal precip during this period. Current conditions, we're seeing temperature anomalies above normal right here, but we're going to get in a little bit of this as it's going to be working in, and by the time we turn the corner, basically Friday afternoon, Friday night, we're going to see the influx of this anomalously cold air circulating right back into the northeast United States and adjacent Canada. Next 5 days of high temperatures, the meteorological output statistics, or MOS. This is a chilly period for the next 5 days, all weighted. We got near normal here. This is a brutal heat wave we were looking at earlier, and cooler than normal conditions are going to work on in for the next 5 days of high temperatures. And then 3 days later, it looks like this. We start to see that warmth start to return, but we're still under the gun here in the northeast United States. This is actually what is bringing some pretty fine weather and desirable weather compared to the big heat ridge that's taking place over the center and most of the eastern part of the country. Checking the tropics, it's a little early in the season, but we do have one possibility. This is about a 30% chance of some kind of formation here. No threats to the northeast United States whatsoever at this time. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.